everybody, welcome to the Art of Comics. Today I'm going to do a quick little automatic painting drawing deal. I got a little bit of time. The goal is to finish this within 25 or so minutes. It's literally just a little experiment. Nothing too fancy. We're just going to kind of play with something. I have no idea what's going to happen. As you know, sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. I'm going to start off with some rapidograph because I know this is waterproof. I've been doing a lot of these weird, like, landscapey things. I don't know what I'm going to do today. I'm going to probably keep doing it. Kind of like this already. Kind of liking it. I always start off liking it, right? And then you see me, like, slowly destroy this. It's kind of my MO. I'm using this pen because it is waterproof. I was going to use these other ones, but I just tested it, and water does not like it. I went to Sedona a couple months ago, and I had such a great time in seeing that place. It's kind of fun. I'll put this a little thicker in theory. Yeah, now this is like a total like landscape. So I don't know if that's good or not. Maybe I should change it up a little bit. I don't know. I should just ruin it, basically, is what I'm saying, right? Let's also put some real blacks here too. And then we're gonna put some water on. We're gonna put some colors on top. So you know what? While I'm drawing this, we can talk the news. You know, first off, as you guys know, I have a podcast show called the Andre Salazar Show. I don't just talk about comics. I talk about other stuff, news, wrestling, whatever I feel like, TV, media, you know, religion, whatever it is I'm feeling like. That's on Stitcher and Anchor and Google and all those other little places. For some reason, I can't get on Apple, which is weird because all my other podcasts have been on Apple, but I'm having problems with connecting to something rather. So that's going on. We got this COVID thing going. No es bueno. But hopefully you guys are being safe. That's what I hope. And we're being smart about our decisions, and that we're listening to the science. Listen to the experts, okay? They know what's going on. That would be my recommendation on that, as far as that goes. What else? I've been listening to some podcasts, like this Drink and Draw thing, which is kind of fun, with Joe Quesada, Dan Panosian, Ben Anderson, a bunch of different people. I've been enjoying that a lot. That's been a lot of fun. It's been a delight. So I kind of will draw at night, and I'll do that. I should do these videos of my own stuff, but it's just kind of hard because I'm using the Cintiq, and the reflection on the Cintiq I don't think works really good with this video. So until I figure out how to like record my screen desktop type of deal, I think we're just not going to do that. What else is going on? Working from home kind of sucks. Only because, I mean, there's good and bad, right? The bad part is just like the focus, you know, and the family challenges of not having kids at school and all that kind of stuff. It's just really rough for everybody. So we're trying to make do. Notice I'm not using a brush, and I don't know. I just started doing this, and I kind of like not using a brush now. I feel like you get some kind of crazy little different lines in there. But I'm gonna probably let this dry a little bit, and then I'll put down some colors, and we'll do some more stuff. But it's kind of fun. I don't know what this is. I'm just drawing here. We're just goofing around. The point is just to goof around, not to worry about too much about anything being something representative or, you know, real. I'm just playing around. And it's a way to meditate and loosen up. I have HBO, so I've been watching a lot of stuff. I watched Deuce because I'm a huge fan of David Simon and The Wire and The Corner and some of the things he's done. Big fan of that stuff, so I watched all that. I finished that up, and now I'm watching The Outsider, and it just took a supernatural kind of sci-fi bent, which I was not expecting. So that's kind of fun. I didn't know it was a Stephen King book either. Just found that out. So I'm almost done with that. I watched a bunch of John Oliver because I need comedy. I've realized I've been watching so much serious stuff. I need some freaking comedy in my life right now. I'm starting to feel a little stressed out. I mean, I don't know what it is. I just need a laugh. I don't feel stressed, but maybe subconsciously I am. I think what it is just I'm cooped up. And I think being cooped up like this just sucks because that's not me. If you know me, I'm always out and about. I'm doing stuff. I'm like outside. I'm kind of more of an active type of dude. So it's kind of getting to me a little bit. You know what I really like? I like this. I like the repeatograph with this. It looks kind of neat. Now I kind of don't want to screw it up with color, but I'm going to. I am going to ruin it because that's kind of what I usually do. That's my MO. I want to put something here, but I also don't because I'll screw that up too. Why don't we just let this dry for just a tiny bit, and then we're going to ruin it. That's the deal. Okay, it's dried up, and now let's put some color. Let's put some color on this, peoples. I was gonna use these little Chinese brushes I like, but I might actually use this sponge. Now you might say, why are you gonna use a sponge? Well, I don't know. Maybe what I'll do, sorry about that. So this is gonna be a tutorial. We're gonna call these tutorials because really all you need is some ink, some watercolor. Now I'm using this, but you can use any old thing. Heck, you can use some cheap old watercolors from the, elementary school. Look. You can use some of these old suckers. Whatever. Just get some color if you want. Get some ink or, black, whatever. Get some paper and just kind of play around with it. That's all you got to do. So we're going to just tutorialize this. That's what we're going to call this. I'm going to put a little water on it first. So I'm going to wet this up a bit. And that's why I'm using this guy. I'm just going to wet it up. Now, I'm not going to make it all wet. I'm going to do little stripes. And you're gonna see why in a minute. So that's it. And now I'm gonna get my bread. Now I'm using, again, Dr. P.H. Martin. I love this stuff. It's expensive though. These are like $11. They used to be like $9. And this is super concentrate, but I'm just like, screw it, I'm a big baller. And maybe I'll use actually a little bit on this. But you can use any kind of old paint. I'll dilute it a little bit, and let's just like play with it. Let's just see what happens. Just kind of see what happens. And the idea is, when you do wet on wet, you kind of sometimes will get some kind of fun stuff coming out of it. Just kind of see what happens. It's going to kind of move around. It's going to play. You're going to get maybe some little happy accidents, That's all this is. We're just kind of like playing around with this. Might not look like much now, but once the water kind of gets with it, kind of mixes it, you might get something fun. And then I might do this, and it's kind of something like this. I don't know if this is working or not. We're just gonna play with it. You know, the great thing about watercolor is you can go faint and you can just put layers and layers on top of it. So we don't have to get like super dark right now. We're just gonna put layers, right? You can do that. That's totally cool if you want. Okay, kind of like that. It's kind of fun. And we'll do something there, something else. Do something there. Okay. Yeah. So there you go. More. Okay, we're just gonna let that kind of go. And if we want, we can put more. It's gonna take a little bit to dry. It's okay. So the trick is just let it kind of move around, play, let the water kind of go. Okay, so what were we talking about? We're talking about the news, COVID. Oh, you know, is it Krasinski? That guy who was on The Office, the one they always made the mugs to, John Krasinski. He's got a little YouTube thing called, I think it's SNG. It's like Simply Good News, something like that. Really cute, really fun. I really love the idea of just like being positive and just having like good news, because, you know, right now we're getting a lot of anything but good news. So if you got some time, go check out his new YouTube thing, like SGN. It's like Simply Good News or something like that. So little happy good stories and stuff like that. I'm all about that. I'm a big fan of that deal. So that's what's going on. What else? I told you about the drink and draw I've been watching. What else have I been up to? I'm gonna listen to some Def Comedy Jam, I think, today, because like I was saying before, I need something funny. And I grew up, you know, in the 90s listening, well, 80s, 90s, listening to the Def Comedy Jam, like in high school and after high school and college. So all that stuff, to me, that's my jam, dude. I love that stuff. It's funny. And so I kind of grew up in a urban black neighborhood. So I grew up with all that kind of stuff, and I love it. So I might listen to some Def Comedy Jam on HBO, Russell Simmons, some of the classics, Bernie Mac, all that kind of stuff. Okay. I'm gonna let this dry probably too. So, yeah. We're gonna put blue in here too in a minute. I don't know how that's gonna work. Again, I'm gonna attempt not to destroy this, but probably will be destroying it. I'll put a little bit of this. I'm just putting water in here. Of course, there's a big old hair in there now, and we're gonna put some of this blue. This is cobalt blue. So I'm using like super strong colors because why not? Yeah, that might be fun. And then if it's too strong or something in the way, like that stupid hair is in the way now, you can pull it out. So you can use your brush and you just, you know, pull it out a little bit with the water. Just kind of pull it out, make it do different things. You can even kind of, you know, turn the page a little bit. I kind of want to pull it up this way a little bit. Yeah, see how you just kind of pull it up just a tiny bit. And it won't really dry like this either. Once it dries, the pigments will change a little bit. But I kind of like it nice and deep like this. It's pretty cool. His hair is totally in the way. But we'll let that kind of go. And I'm gonna put some more, I might put a little bit, let's just see what happens if I put a little bit of blue in here. Will it look cool or will it separate out? Let's find out. How's yours looking? Let me see how that is. Post it in the comments. We need to create like some kind of a channel where people can put up their little like drawings and stuff. That'd be kind of fun. A way to show like what you're working on. I like that idea. Okay. Not quite sold on this yet. Not sure about this. I don't want it to look muddy. You know, that's just something you're always gonna worry about. It's like, is it gonna be muddy? Because you really can't. There's a point where you really can't fix it. It's like you can only fix it by painting over it, but you would have to then use like gouache or acrylic or something, because you know, once it's dark, you can't put like white. You'd have to like repaint it basically. I like to avoid that if possible. What you can do though, of course, is you can use a towel or sponge or napkin, and you can absorb it. So what I will do is, this is a way you can kind of erase while it's wet. You could do this. So this is kind of a neat little, just kind of absorb. See how it just like a sponge, it just sucks it up. Capillary actions, what it's called. Okay, so we'll do that a little bit just to get a little bit of it out. Okay, so if you ever feel like you put too much, you overdid it, you can do that. You could even do that here, just to speed it up a little bit if you feel like it's a bit too much. You could also bring it out a little bit too. That helps. Okay, but I think that's kind of cool. I might suck up just a tiny bit of this. See how it just sucks that up? See that? Did you see how that did that? Right on, there you go. And now I kind of want to put it down. Now you sucked it up. Now I could actually put it down if I wanted to. Just to show you how that works. And you can put it back down somewhere. There we go. Okay. So that's the whoop. That's that. Okay, let's let that dry for just a second. And then we'll, the trick to doing these with wet, you know, I was doing these just with inks and stuff, but once you do it with watercolors, I have to kind of stop and start the video every now and then, because you know, you don't want to sit here and watch paint dry, literally. Okay, see what that looks like in a minute. Okay, everybody, this is pretty much dry now. This is now go time. This is where Andres ruins it. So we're gonna go ahead and just ruin it now, just get it out of the way, because why not? And it's very representative, and it's like, you know, it's something that you can tell. So now I'm gonna kind of go and make it a little bit more abstract. I'm putting just concentrate paint on it. You don't have to do this, of course. This is just me wanting to be a little wild and not be so enslaved to this little ink thing I did, you know? And I don't know, maybe it'll bring a little bit more energy to it. I was gonna do all the background. I think we will put something in there. I'm just not sure yet what. So I haven't decided what I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll even, oh, no, that doesn't really work. I was gonna see if I could do what I do with, use my fingerprints like I do with the black, but it doesn't really work so well. Again, it's just kind of like playing around with this. And I'm going to do blue here as well. Oh. Will that not work? Yeah, it's too watery. It won't work. It won't grip onto my my fingerprints the way I want it to. A little bit, but not much. Not really. So we'll just stop doing that. Okay, and we're gonna put some concentrate blue. Now the trick to this, though, of course, is the question is, what's gonna happen when we mix it, right? Let's find out. Whoa, what was that? Okay. That's the computer giving me some sort of notification. Okay. Yeah. Might be kind of cool, actually. It might not be bad. Might be kind of neat. It's almost like a black. And it makes it really pretty blue, as you can see when it's, you know, when you put water and stuff to it. But now let's see how this looks if I do my finger. I think that's okay. It's not the best. I might actually absorb some of this. See if I can get rid of some of that. Take away some of this. Put it in other places. I think that it's just a little too dark, and I kind of want the blue to come out. I don't want it to be so black. Do you know what I mean? Because we already have a bunch of black there. Let's get that color. Let's have that color come out. See if we can absorb it with this spoon or the sponge. Yeah, that's a little better. See if I can do that again. Yeah, that's better. Okay. So you're just lifting paint. You just kind of like try to lift up paint. Lift up that paint, yeah. And actually that looks kind of neat if I just were to, and then you can lightly paint a little bit. See how that little bit of blue there? Kind of neat. All right, let's lift some of this paint up too. So you can see the blue. Yeah. Lift that paint out. Happy trees. I'll tell you what, I love those Cuomo brothers, man. Oh my gosh. Chris and Andrew Cuomo are cracking me up. Whenever I see them on YouTube, I will have to listen because I just find them just enthralling. Just their banter, the love these brothers have, the busting of the chops, breaking the balls stuff. Oh my gosh, I could watch that all day. Love it. Just love it. Sounds like we just got a package. Okay. Yeah. Here we go. Yeah. Perfect. There. That's much better. Yeah. Coolness, coolness, coolness. Okay, I actually think I might just keep it like this. I was going to put stuff here, but I don't think it's needed. And I think this is kind of fun like this, in a way. Because I wanted to make it two colors. I didn't want to put a bunch of other stuff here. Because really what I would rather do is do a yellow or a green sky. But I don't want to put that many colors. So we might just leave it blank and say that's good enough. So right now, what I'm going to do is just kind of tinker with just a couple more little things here, just to give it a little bit more something, you know? And I'm just going to play with this a little bit. Just to kind of give it a little bit more details, maybe, you know, these little rock formations. Again, I don't care about supplies. I say that with this fancy paint, but I mean, use whatever you can. I mean, do something with a nice tip, But don't worry about supplies and all that kind of stuff. Just get some freaking computer paper or whatever that will work that's thick enough. And, you know, just have a good time and play with it and just let something come out to you, you know? And the more you do it, the more you kind of practice and play, the more things will come out, and you'll have a little bit more of knowledge of how to recreate something that you're trying to do again and again. And you'll just get more experience, you know? That's all it's about. Don't get bogged into buying the best and all that kind of stuff. And as a kid, I was always into that. It's like, who cares? I just now finally got an iPad, you know, that I can draw with. It's like, just don't worry about that kind of stuff. And just, you know, focus on getting hours in and studying and having fun with your drawings. I think we're almost done. I think if I keep working this, it'll get a little too funky. So we're done. This is kind of fun little drawing. There you go. And as I like to do, I will sign it right here, and hopefully that makes this official. It is done. There you go. Thanks guys for watching. Have a great one. Bye.